Imagine a creature that can unleash a staggering 800 volts of electricity. That's enough to send a horse reeling. Meet the electric eel, nature's very own power plant. These fascinating fish aren't just about shock value. They can generate electricity in 3 different ways: for navigation, communication, and of course, hunting. Did you know they can deliver a jolt strong enough to stun prey or deter predators? And let's not forget the record-breaking electric eel that made it into the Guinness World Records for generating the highest voltage ever recorded. With their unique adaptations and electrifying abilities, electric eels truly are the ultimate power generators of the animal kingdom. Before we dive into the jaw-dropping facts and records, let's start with a basic question. What exactly is an electric eel? Despite its name, the electric eel is not actually an eel. Scientifically known as Electrophorus electricus, it belongs to a group of fish called knifefish. It's more closely related to catfish than true eels. These electric powerhouses inhabit the murky waters of the Amazon and Orinoco rivers in South America, where they thrive in slow-moving streams, swamps, and muddy riverbanks. Measuring up to 8 feet long and weighing around 40 pounds, electric eels are some of the most fascinating creatures on Earth. And their main claim to fame is their incredible ability to generate electricity. The electric eel has 3 specialized organs that allow it to produce electricity: the main organ, the hunter's organ, and the sacs organ. Together, these make up 80% of the eel's body. They contain thousands of tiny, specialized cells called electrocytes, which act like tiny batteries. When the eel wants to generate a shock, it sends a signal from its nervous system to these cells, causing them to discharge all at once. This creates an electrical current that can stun prey, ward off predators, or even be used for navigation. What's more fascinating is that electric eels have 2 types of shocks: low-voltage pulses for communication and high-voltage shocks for hunting or defense. Now, let's talk about the eel that took the world by storm and secured a spot in the Guinness World Records. In 2019, a newly discovered species of electric eel, Electrophorus voltii, shattered the previous record by generating an astonishing 860 volts of electricity. This shocking discovery made headlines across the globe, as it was the highest voltage ever recorded in any animal. The discovery was made by researchers in the Brazilian Amazon, who were studying the diversity of electric eels. They found that E. voltii had developed even more powerful electric shocks than its cousin, Electrophorus electricus, due to the unique conditions in its habitat. This newfound species didn't just break records. It opened up new possibilities for understanding the evolution of electric fish. So, how does an electric eel use its shocking powers? Well, these aquatic predators rely heavily on their electric abilities to survive. Let's break down the 3 main ways they use their electricity. Firstly, they use low-voltage pulses as a sort of radar. In the murky waters where they live, visibility is poor, so these pulses help them navigate and locate prey. Think of it like echolocation, but with electricity. Secondly, they use their high-voltage shocks to immobilize prey, such as fish, crustaceans, and amphibians. With one swift jolt, the eel can deliver a shock that stuns its prey long enough for it to swoop in and swallow it whole. And finally, electric eels can defend themselves from predators, such as caimans or large fish. If threatened, they release a powerful shock, which can be enough to scare off even the most persistent predator. Now that we've covered the basics, let's dive into some lesser-known, mind-blowing facts about electric eels. Electric eels can leap out of the water to shock predators. In an amazing display of defense, electric eels can leap out of the water to deliver a more intense shock to predators or threats. This behavior is especially useful when they encounter larger animals that pose a serious danger. Electric eels breathe air. Unlike most fish, electric eels have to come up to the surface to breathe. They get about 80% of their oxygen from gulping air at the surface, which allows them to survive in oxygen-poor waters that would be uninhabitable for other fish. Electric eels are loners. These shocking creatures are solitary hunters. They prefer to live alone, only coming together during the mating season. Young electric eels stay with their mothers for a short time after birth, but soon venture off on their own. Electric eels can control the intensity of their shocks. One of the most fascinating abilities of the electric eel is its control over its electric output. Depending on the situation, it can deliver a gentle jolt to communicate with other eels or a powerful shock to immobilize prey or defend itself. While electric eels are the most famous of the electric animals, they're not the only creatures with shocking abilities. In fact, many other species have evolved the ability to generate electricity for survival. Electric rays, also known as torpedo rays, can generate shocks of up to 220 volts to stun prey and defend themselves. These rays are flat-bodied fish found in oceans around the world. The electric catfish, found in Africa, can produce up to 350 volts of electricity. It uses this ability to defend itself and hunt in the dark, murky waters of the Nile and other African rivers. Sharks don't produce electricity, but they can detect it. Their ampullae of Lorenzini allow them to sense the faintest electric fields in the water, helping them locate prey with pinpoint accuracy. While electric eels are formidable creatures, they face serious threats in the wild. Deforestation and habitat destruction in the Amazon rainforest pose significant risks to electric eel populations. As human activities encroach on their natural habitat, these fascinating animals may struggle to survive in the future. Scientists and conservationists are working hard to protect the Amazon's diverse ecosystem, including electric eels. By preserving their habitat, we can ensure that these shocking creatures continue to thrive for generations to come. The electric eel is truly one of nature's most incredible wonders, a creature with the power to produce electricity, hunt in the murky depths of the Amazon, and even set world records. With their remarkable abilities and rich history, electric eels continue to captivate scientists and nature lovers alike. If you enjoyed learning about the electric eel and want more amazing facts about the world's most shocking animals, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to Amazing World Facts.